Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona, where it has been a very shake it up type of day. And it is Shake It Up Saturday, so you were given some ideas this morning on how you could shake up your day. So what did you decide to do? Just let us know in the comments below. Did you decide to do something different? Start doing something different every day, rearrange the furniture, start decluttering and throwing stuff away to donate it, trash it, gift it, sell it. That was another one that could have gone in there as well. Did you go somewhere where you normally go and take a different way to get there? Take a longer way, take a shorter way? Did you discover anything on your change of route? That's always the fun part, is that you discover things. Like I discovered there was this, we went for a very long drive one time, and we ended up all the way past the 101 when we were meant to be going all the way towards the 303, which are completely opposite directions. And we discovered, what's it called? Totally forgot the name of the place, but they had a hot dog. They had a place where you could drive through and get different types of hot dogs. There was a very long line to get into this place, and I thought, oh, so I came back and I looked it all up and everything else, and I thought I definitely got to go try that place. So it's on the list to try. But yeah, they coat hot dogs in different things. They have hot dogs you cut open and there's cheese, mozzarella cheese comes pouring out of the middle of them, and it was a very interesting place, and the menu looks absolutely delicious. And so I've got to figure out a time to go back there and and they have a drive-through, which makes it even better. So there's different things you can find along your route. We've driven along routes and found dog parks that way. You're planning on, did you send anybody a thank you note today? Are you going to go stargazing this evening? What did you try to learn something new today? If you want to learn something new on a Saturday, 2 weeks from today, we've got Networking Riches. And so if you want to learn about the new world of it, this is going to be a hybrid. It says in person if you're in Colorado Springs, or you can join us online. Either way, it doesn't matter. But you will definitely learn a lot about networking before, during, and after, and how to determine who you need to talk to when you're at a networking meeting. When you get to do those 30-second commercial things, the best way to construct one of those, and all sorts of other amazing ideas and things like that. And if you want to, you can even have a turn on the breakthrough zone, because that's my favorite part. So if you want to learn something new, that's in 2 weeks today. The stuff's going across the bottom there. Go to havetonetwork.com and you can come join us. And it's free. It's a free event, but you are going to learn so much information. Did you decide to turn the news off for 7 days? And how did day one go? Did you go be a tourist in your own town or city? Maybe you're going to go do that tomorrow. Did you get to pay it forward? Did you find other ideas that you could go for things to do? Try a new board game, have a family day, go out for a picnic, all sorts of cool stuff. Go for a family walk. Just go outside and play with the kids if you could. If you're in a winter zone where there's snow, what about going out and building snowmen, building snow bricks to make an igloo? There's all sorts of fun things you can do in the snow. Put the kids to work shoveling. Who can shovel the driveway the fastest? It's a great way to have a driveway clearing party with snow shovels. So how did you shake up your Saturday? Let us know in the comments below, because your idea might spark somebody else to try that on a Shake It Up Saturday. Who knows? We had a lazy start to the morning. It wasn't too much of a lazy start. I only laid about in bed for about an hour, and then got up. So I got up around 6 and still got my morning stuff done. And then, so we just had a nice lazy start and went for an invigorating walk. We had a blast with that. Zephy decided to go do a different route, so I just let her decide which way she's going to go. We had new discoveries today. I kind of got caught in my family tree. I had to go update something on my family tree. That's what I had to do. And as normal, rather than writing it down in my planner to go do it, I thought, the computer's on, the network's up, let me go and quickly put this information in. So I did. And then I sort of thought, oh, why do they have a leaf on them? They shouldn't have a leaf on them. We've got everything updated. So let me go check that. And then we were down the rabbit hole for a bit and made some new discoveries along the way in parts of the family tree, which we were able to update and go and verify and everything else. So that was kind of cool. I did order a lot of the stuff that I need for making my raw chocolate, because I watched these raw chocolate videos, which is the course I just completed, and I am super excited to try some of these recipes, because it's stuff that I can make up. I can store it in the fridge or in the freezer, and that way I always have chocolate around, rather than buying the processed chocolate that has all the sugar and everything in it. This has no sugar, and it's all natural sugar. Well, no, organic honey is a natural sweetener, and it is very good for your body. It's very healthy for you. And so there's lots of different things that I can make that I can put into the fridge or the freezer to store it there, and then as I need to, I can go nibble. There's even a no-bake chocolate cake. The only thing is, it doesn't look anything like the picture that they showed. Yes, they had this picture that they showed on the video, on the about page, for the course page. They had the picture of this beautiful, moist-looking chocolate cake with layers on it, and I was like, oh, that looks good. And when he came to make it and everything else, I'm like thinking, as he's putting and I'm like looking at the ingredients and going, that ain't going to end up looking like that. So, but it was a different type of chocolate cake. So I'm curious to try that one as well, although I do need a food processor, and I don't have one of those, and I have nowhere to put one. Might have to see if one of my neighbors have one I can borrow. If I told you I got really good neighbors. Got to know these ones over here really well. Yesterday we had a really great conversation, and this one over here met me out one day when he was out walking his dog and I was out walking my dog. He says, look, I haven't seen you since I've had this discussion with my wife, but my wife was telling me the other day, you are the best neighbor we have ever had next to us. I'm like, oh, thank you very much. So it's because I'm quiet. I'm a quiet person. I don't like disturbing other people. I don't like being disturbed by loud noises. And like the people this way, they're Italian, so they've got Italian blood on both sides. And so they say they're very loud. And I go, I've heard nothing from you guys. She's like, really? I said, yeah. I said, your noise is all on the other side of the RV, not on the side that faces me. So we're good. I've got the RV as a buffer. So she's like, oh. She says, I thought we were making too much noise. And I kept telling her to be quiet. I said, haven't heard a thing. So she was very surprised by that one. Now, what did I get to? Oh, yeah, so I might go see if one of my neighbors has a food processor I can borrow. But there's only a few recipes that require, which is why I don't want, I sold that one. I used to have one, but when I was selling everything, it got sold. I did not sell my blender, though, because my blender is a Vitamix that I have had for a long time. I think it was around 1999, 2000 that I purchased it, and it's still going. In fact, my middle son and his wife one year for Christmas gave me an attachment that goes on the Vitamix for doing a single serve shake rather than having to use the entire big jug that comes with the Vitamix. There's this attachment from Vitamix that goes on there, and it's for a single serve cup. And I was like, it's actually pretty cool. It works really well. I haven't had my blender out for a while, but I'm going to be using that. So it depends on if I decide to make the chocolate cake, because that's the one I need the food processor for. And there was one other recipe I needed the food processor for. The other ones I could all do because it was either blender or just using your hand. But the really cool part is he gets a dessert spoon, which is not your teaspoon, it's the bigger spoon. And he turns around and says, okay, well, everything gets measured in spoons. And he mixes it. He uses the same spoon for wet and dry ingredients. And it's really, really sweet guy that does these videos and things. And he was quite humorous on some of the things, and he's even given little health tips and stuff along the way, and why you want, and he even called sugar poison. And I thought, yeah, I actually agree with the refined sugar. It calls it poison, and I thought, I kind of agree with that, with all the processing that goes on. But anyway, so I got that done as well. I got the supermarkets didn't carry anything, so I had to order all of it through Amazon, and they've got the agreement with Whole Foods, I think it is. So even Sprouts didn't carry half the stuff that I needed. But so my Amazon order arrives on Tuesday. Yay! And then I can start making this chocolate stuff. And so I'm getting my shopping list ready to put in at Sprouts on Tuesday. so I can get it delivered on, so I can place it on Tuesday. So I'm going through writing everything out. I'm going through on Instacart to see what they've got, what they don't have, and so I've got the list going for what I need for the what I need to order on Tuesday, so I can get that delivered. So then I get the stuff coming from Amazon on Tuesday, and then I can start making chocolate stuff. Woo-hoo. Maybe I'll show you some of my creations when I get to do them. Maybe, we'll see. So yeah, so there was new discoveries, got shopping list done, got stuck back in, got sucked into Genealogy. That was after I'd done my Amazon order. And then we have begun decluttering. We've got quite a bit of trash ready to go. So after our walk, which we're about to go and do, after we've done our walk, we'll come back. I'll put the trash in the car because it's too much to carry, and take Zeffy with me as well. And we've got the trash and the recycling and that sort of stuff. And we usually do a run over to the dumpster once a week. And so we'll go drop that over there and then figure out what we're going to do this evening. So we're going to go head out and do a vigorous walk this evening. It's been nice. We've been able to have our awning out today. The only problem is that Zeffy was laying in the sun so much and she wouldn't get out of the way. So I didn't end up closing the blind up the front there. So I got a little warm in the RV. We got up to 87 in the RV today, and it was 76 outside. And it's because that sun was just streaming in through that front window. Even though we do have the screens on there, that does cut down some of the heat that comes through, but it still doesn't stop the heat from coming through. It does make a difference. And so we finally broke down, and I've got the ACs going right now to cool things off just a tad. And I'll turn them off before we go for a walk, because by the time we get back, the sun will be down below the horizon, which means it'll start cooling off really, really quickly. But anyway, so let us know how you shook your day up today. Let us know in the comments below. What did you do that was something different? You rearrange stuff, go start decluttering, take a different route, discover something new today. What happened today that shook up your day? Let us know in the comments below, because some of your ideas may inspire others to like, oh, I'm going to go try that. But go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll catch you guys back here tomorrow. And for those of you in the US and the States that do this, don't forget to spring forward tonight. Yes, daylight savings here in the US starts tonight. I don't know about any other countries. I just know here in the US. I'm in Arizona. I don't change times except I end up on Pacific time. So tomorrow I'll wake up on Pacific time, which means I do everything an hour earlier than I normally do. What can I say? Actually, no, I do things at the same. No, I don't. All I know is that my 9 a.m. meeting is now going to be at 8 a.m. It means I lose an hour in my morning routine that I just got sorted out and just got solidified. So anyway, so for those of you in the US, don't forget you are springing forward today for daylight savings that starts tomorrow. And with that, we will catch you guys back here bright and early tomorrow morning for Serenity Sunday, one of my favorite days of the week. I only have 7 favorite days. Anyway, I'm out of here. Have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Hey, Bonetta.